Welcome back, everyone. I am Zadian. This is more from the depths. This is now a Let's Play. Couple things. First of all, I fixed the turret again because, well, I keep fucking it up, and I fixed it finally, which is good news. All I had to do is take out the middle row. I'm going to armor this thing up this episode, so we have that to look forward to. Also, I am using a new program, and it is recording fantastically. I used it, you probably saw the preview video I had in a channel update before this, so I'm going to put that up before this episode airs, and you can tell it runs a little bit smoother. So, again, thank you to Mr. Anderson for your tip, for your suggestion for a program. This program is amazing. I recommend it to everyone. Anyways, let's get started. So what are we going to do today? Today, we are going to... I'm going to fix up this base a little bit more. We're going to move some of these resources around, like the fuel supplies and the spare parts crates, along with the fuel processor. That's all going to go inside this building right here. I may make this building just a tad bit bigger to fit more stuff in there. Also, we're going to redo what do you call them? The turbines that keep the base floating. We're going to redo those today. And we're also probably going to build a new... I don't know if we'll have time to, but I'm going to try and redo this area as well. And that's about it. And also, we're going to bring in the ship that you saw. The Zadian, it's called the... it's a Zadian class cruiser, is what I'm calling it. Or did I name it? Yeah, it's a cruiser. It's bigger than this one. This one's going to be considered a frigate. We're going to pull this one... We're going to retrofit this one eventually to where we're making it our own. For right now, it's still fine as is. But we are going to change that. We have not done any battles yet. We've only been 2 episodes in, and I've shown a couple of building things here and there. And we're going to... probably not going to have any battle in this episode either, because we're going to be doing more base maintenance stuff. Which, you know, it's important to get your base set up properly first to be very productive than to go rush into battle. So, without further ado, let's get started on the base. So, what we're going to do first is I'm going to hit this thing right here, bring this up into this mode, because I want to come in here. Well, I guess I could just come in here, couldn't I? And we're going to remove all of this stuff right here. And I will keep you there for now, because what we're going to do is we're going to change our resources around just a little bit. So you've got your fuel processors. This is what processes the oil and actually gives you the oil resource, the fuel resource. We're going to put our fuel tanks right here, all the way down, just like that. And then I'm going to come up here. Since you can't stack these on top of each other, what you can do is put them on the ceiling, like so. That is probably way more fuel than we'll ever need for this base. The rest of this stuff is going to be the ammo barrels. So let's go ahead and plop these bad boys down. If I can get them to work. There we go. This whole entire room is mostly going to be ammo. One little thing is I am going to leave a walkway, obviously, right there. And there we go. Ammo, however, is different from the fuel because you can actually... You know what? I'm just going to do this. Make life easier. You can actually use the fill-in tool. See, I didn't mean to fill in right there. I actually hit the wrong button, but it drove the point across. You can use the fill-in tool with the ammo barrels. So, that being said, let's go ahead and we're going to fill these rows up like so. We're going to need a lot of ammo barrels for this base because we're also going to build a rocket launcher. Or, you know, not a... You know what I mean. A missile launcher, not rocket launcher. We're going to make, like, cruise missiles. Really big, really big. If I could quit hitting the wrong button, I'd appreciate it. Really big missiles. Really big. So we got that. And we've got one more layer we can put on here. You know what? I'm just gonna keep the ammo on this side. Because this is way more than we need. This is, well, right now especially. And what I'm gonna do down here is we're gonna take these out. So we do have some room to expand. But I'm gonna put in ammunition processors. What they do is they actually process ammo. They turn your resources into ammunition. So that will help create more ammunition. Like you see right now, if you're looking at the bottom right, you've got the let's see if I can put my, well, it's around this area. Just look right here. It's got the 3 shells. That's your ammunition. We got 16,000 ammo right now. That is beautiful. That is perfect. That is more than enough than we need. And also, since this is our spawn area, and this is probably the safest part of our base at this moment, we're going to go ahead and put down a chair. And I'm going to put the, where is it? There we go. Fortress controller right there. So that way it's not out in the open anymore. And I'm also going to put a firing control mechanism right there. What that's going to do is that's going to allow me to, oh, I boxed myself in like crazy. It didn't look like it on there. Okay. Fortress controller. And then we can put this back down. Let's put down a firing control right next to this. That's our little area. And then where is the spawner? It is somewhere around here. Do. No. Miscellaneous, maybe? Where are you? There we go. Respawn beacon. Let's go ahead and put you right behind the chair. So there we go. We have room to walk in here. We got plenty of oil. We got plenty of fuel. We got plenty of ammo. Our base right now is pretty set. The next thing we probably need to do, or that I am going to do, is, oh my god, if I could stop hitting... I'm hitting the wrong button left and right today. This is crazy. We are going to go to New Object and Fortress Turbine. What we're going to do is we're going to put some temporary turbines right here. How many turbines do I have? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I got 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's going to be 19, 18. Okay. So now that we got those up and running, or they're supposed to be up and running. Okay, they're spitting out the green stuff. Now we can come in here, and we can take this floor out. And this will, because it's connected over there, yeah, we'll be fine. Make sure I didn't screw up our engine. How are you still on here? There we go. Oh, it was you, wasn't it? Unseen stuff. Okay. Boy, they really put this thing together wonky, didn't they? Wonky. Official term. English. And we're going to come back there and fix that eventually. Let's whip out our wooden floor beams. We do not have a lot of metal yet. As you can tell, we've only got 14,000. That will change eventually. So So we're going to have wood beams going this way, wood beams going that way, and we're going to go ahead and straighten this out. Go ahead and do that. That will allow us to do this, this, and we can expand this a little bit, give us a little bit more resources. Oh, I need to put blocks down, don't I? Actually, you know what? For right now, let's just keep this like this. We're doing okay on resources. All right, let's find. Let's go ahead and move. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Move this stuff out of the way. Excuse me, hiccup. Spare crates, spare parts. We'll just leave out here for right now. No big deal. We'll leave this stuff out there for right now too. We're eventually going to move some stuff around, but for right now it's okay. You see, our oil is going up like crazy. All right. So that was that. Well, it didn't take nowhere near as long as I thought it was going to. I actually did that kind of quick. I need to reposition those turbines real quick. So we're going to go into here. I'm gonna go bam, and bam, and that bam. We're gonna play corners. There we go. So that's 4, 5, 6. Like that. My wife is home. I'm going to have to stop recording because she's going to bother me. We're going to pause it here. I'm going to pick back up. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. It actually took me a couple days to get back to this because I had some stuff I needed to do with work and everything. So all we're doing here is we're finishing up, putting on the turbines on the bottom. This is all post commentary, by the way. Putting all the turbines on the bottom and just squaring everything off. This is going to be enough turbines to keep our fortress out of the water, which is good, which is what we want. And it's not going to put too much of a strain on our engine. So you can see we still have plenty of power left over for right now. We are going to expand that here in I think it's next episode that we expand that. But yeah, we're going to do some changes to the engine. We're going to chop this a little bit off here. We're going to create our own version of the construction area, like construction dock, which is what this is. Just gonna chop this bit off right here. I'm gonna fall off into the water. Boom. And then I'm gonna round things off for the armored portion where we've got all our ammo and stuff, and put some more stuff in there. Just trying to basically limit the block count as much as possible, which is important for my computer because it, you know, struggles a little bit, and it's also, you know, for symmetry. Those of you who have seen some of my videos, you know I'm a little bit anal about things being symmetric and in order and stuff. So yeah, this just kind of goes along with that. I'm just squaring everything up as much as I can. We currently do have some pretty decent resources at our hand. That will change, but you know, we're just trying to make our base look a little bit better, be a little bit stronger, and a little bit more rounded. It's all I'm aiming for with this, and also to keep our block count down and keep our base safe, basically. So you'll see me put some armor on here, get our little corner blocks going. Angles on buildings is very nice because what it does is the bullets, if they happen to hit in that angled area, which sometimes they do, you will see ricochet, which is why you put angles on stuff. It's better to have angled surfaces than it is to have flat surfaces, because flat surfaces will, you know, impact. They won't ricochet, but angled surfaces, they will. It'll ricochet off, which is why you'll see me put corners on stuff. And when I eventually do get to the turret, you'll see I've got angles on it, so that if it takes a hit to the front or to the sides, it has a chance to ricochet off. I mean, it's gonna still be kind of square, but still, we're gonna move all our supply boxes. We're gonna put those inside into the armored area to protect them just a little bit more. This is what your bots and stuff repair with, essentially. So I put a nice little amount in there. We don't have any repair bots yet for the base, but I will eventually put some in. I also put a supply thing, a supply giver, a supply pump. I put 2 of these in here. That way, if a damaged vehicle, it happens to be running by our base, that's ours, the supply pump will pump supplies to it to help repair it. I don't know if that makes sense right now, but it will later when we have damaged vehicles, and you'll see that where the platform can actually pump supplies towards it to fixing it. So what we're doing here is we're building a back platform. We're squaring everything off, and we're going to build basically a wall with tentacles on it, and our 3 things to grab, spawn, and despawn vehicles. So we've got our tractor beam right there, which that's not the official name of it, but I mean, it's basically a tractor beam. It'll hold the vehicles while they're being built. Then we've got our blueprint builder, and our blueprint scrapper. Those 2 together, and we're gonna build a wall up to put the tentacles on. Just a straightforward wall, just four on each side, and then we're gonna fill that up with the repair tentacles. This way, when we do spawn some ships in and stuff like that, it'll build a lot faster. Also, any ships that are damaged in our area, they will repair from these tentacles as well, as long as they're in range. So just the more equals better for the most part. I know they cost a lot of crystal, but we're not hurting on crystal right now, and you know, so while we have it, we should use it. Now what we're doing here is we're armoring up the turret, putting some armor on the inside of it. We're going to put a layer on the outside, but just trying to build up some of the vulnerable parts. I want them to be a little bit more protected, like especially on the back. The back's going to be flat, and the front's going to be flat. So the more armor we have right there, the better off we'll be. Also, be careful when you're putting armor around your turret like this. You can sometimes accidentally delete your barrels, which I didn't do here, but I have done before. So just know when you're putting armor in the front of it. And the barrels will actually clip through the armor, so you don't have to worry about building space for them to go through. They'll actually clip through it, and it'll be okay. So like I was saying earlier, I put slant pieces on front. That way, if it does take a direct hit to the face, it will in fact ricochet, which is the whole point of it. But you'll see the back end. The back end's going to stay flat. I do that for a reason, because the turret's going to be facing towards the danger, facing towards whatever's shooting. So you don't need the curved pieces so much on the back as you do on the front. The back of the turret is always going to be just a little bit more protected than the front piece. That's because the turret's always going to be facing towards what's firing at it. Yeah, just common sense. Put a couple of curved pieces in there, slant pieces, make it look a little bit more symmetric, and there you have it. Our turret is armored up, and if I don't say so myself, looks kind of badass. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to, when you're in story mode, your character has to have these little things to survive. I don't know how much they play into it, but you know, I put them in there. I don't actually even know if they actually use this, but it says it gives your bot power. So it's kind of like a food source for your robot, if that makes any sense. So I just basically put what was outside in here with that's so it's armored up and protected. Again, I honestly don't know what all that does. If I sound like I got the sniffles, it's because my sinuses are really bad today, and I apologize. I know I sound like a crazy person who smokes 20 packs a day, but you know, I gotta get this recorded while I can, and yeah, my sinuses are freaking killing me today. So what we're doing right here is I'm going to look at the cruiser, see how much materials I need. The cruiser that I built actually requires a lot of materials. I didn't think I made it that big, and as you can see, our materials right now, we need 59,000 scrap. We only have 6,000, so yeah, we're gonna have to work on that. Also, what I'm gonna do is, and this is a neat little trick, your crystal grower farm, you know, can be vulnerable when it's on your deck like that. It can get destroyed very easily. However, if you just jump into the water and go down to a flat surface like I'm at right now, hit B to build, to enter build mode, it'll automatically put a piece on the ground, and you can go underwater and actually plant your crystal farm. That way, it would take a submarine for it to be attacked, and most oftentimes you're not even going to spawn it in. And since you're always going to have your home base here, or well, I am anyways, since you're always going to have a base here that's protecting it, it's never going to spawn in, but it's always going to be generating lots and lots of crystal. So you can see I spent a fair amount of resources on that alone. Now, and then I built a second one, not as big, but you know, I just wanted to try and capitalize on this as much as possible, because again, they're not going to be spawned in. You know, they're just going to be unspawned, creating resources. And I actually had to stop because I ran out of scrap metal, which is why you see me stop right there. So that's going to do a lot in generating our crystal. It's going to help our crystal growth a lot more, and it's more protected being underwater and never being spawned in. So I named them Crystal Farms and Crystal Farm 1, and I turned them into their own fleet, which is called Crystal Farm, that I'll never, like I said, I'll never spawn in. It'll always stay out of everything. So we got that going. We've done a lot. We've updated our turret. We've updated our turbines. We made a bigger crystal farm, and we expanded our room a little bit. There are a couple of squares that are right near us. There's a 22, a 5, and a 6. Right now, I'm just running through time to kind of get some resources, because I wanted to finish up some stuff, but I needed some more scrap metal. Go ahead and spawn in our fortress. You can see we're in the water right now. I have to raise this up. Struggling. Very, very. The struggle is real. Also realized I had never put an AI in here. So put an AI in with the what you call it, the fortress AI, which is supposed to help you when it'll stay in the middle of the resources, and also put some targeting AI, which I needed for the turret, all the targeting stuff basically. So added all that stuff in there. That way, when we do start to get into fights and stuff like that, well, our AI will handle everything. We won't even have to worry about anything. This is me just putting a 6-way splitter on there and putting some AIs on there, some card slots. That way we've got plenty of room to expand if we need to. I put way more on there than I need, but you know, it doesn't hurt anything to have them. I also put a patrol on there just in case, you know. I just started throwing cards on there because I had plenty of space too. So we've got all that set up. Put a transponder on it so that way it can communicate with the AI for the gun. Also, I went over here and put the receiver on the gun, the control module for the gun, and also put the failsafe on there. The failsafe is supposed to help prevent from shooting your own stuff. Hopefully it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, man, just, you know, game's an alpha. Sometimes it just starts wailing on your own stuff by accident because it just happens to be in the vicinity, or the barrels are pointing too far down. You can put some more restrictions on your barrel to prevent that from happening, but I haven't yet because there's really not that much that can get in the way. They're not going to get that close to this base, so it shouldn't be too bad. But anyway, this is taking us towards the end of this video. The next video will have a little action in it, so stay tuned for that. As always, appreciate a like, a favorite, a subscription. Please leave your comments down below. Again, another thank you to Mr. Anderson for all your recommendations. I really appreciate it. Trust me, man, this has made a huge difference in my recording and all that other stuff. So I really appreciate it. Anyways, hit that subscribe button, guys. We'll see you next time for more From the Depths.